Have you ever found yourself standing in a room full of people at a networking event, feeling completely lost because you don't know how to start a conversation? We've all been there. That moment when you feel like everyone else is effortlessly connecting, while you're left wondering, what do I even say? The truth is, small talk isn't about memorizing the perfect line. It's about opening doors to meaningful connections. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the art of small talk, breaking it down step by step so you can confidently start conversations, keep them flowing, and walk away from any networking event having made genuine connections. If you want to boost your career, expand your network, or just stop feeling awkward in social settings, then this video is for you. Stick around because we're about to transform the way you approach networking. Let's face it, small talk can feel intimidating. Whether you're an introvert who dreads those awkward silences or an extrovert who's unsure how to keep conversations from fizzling out, small talk is something that most of us struggle with at some point. But here's the thing, small talk doesn't have to be shallow or meaningless. In fact, when done well, it's the foundation of great relationships, both personal and professional. Today, I'm going to give you 7 powerful techniques to master the art of small talk at networking events. These aren't just random tips. These are strategies backed by psychology and proven to work. The first tip to mastering small talk is simple. Be curious. Most people think they need to have the perfect thing to say, but small talk isn't about you. It's about showing genuine interest in the other person. The easiest way to do that? Ask open-ended questions. Instead of asking something like, "Are you enjoying the event?" which can be answered with a simple yes or no, try asking, "What brought you here today?" Or "What's been the highlight of your week so far?" These kinds of questions invite the other person to share more, which takes the pressure off you to keep the conversation going. Let's say you're at a tech conference. Instead of awkwardly saying, "So, how's it going?" you could ask, "What tech trends are you excited about right now?" That question invites a more thoughtful response and sets the stage for a deeper conversation. You're no longer just filling space, you're genuinely learning about the other person's interests. One of the best ways to make someone feel comfortable around you is by matching their energy, a technique known as mirroring. This doesn't mean you have to copy them exactly, but if they're excited and animated, it helps to meet their enthusiasm. Likewise, if they're more reserved and calm, dial down your energy a bit. People naturally feel more connected to others who seem like they're on the same wavelength. Research in psychology shows that mirroring someone's body language, tone, and energy can create a subconscious bond, making people feel like they click with you. And the beauty of this technique is that it works in any setting, whether it's a casual chat at a networking event or a formal meeting. Here's the thing. When we're nervous in a social setting, our instinct is often to keep talking, to fill the silence. But the real magic happens when you listen. Small talk isn't just about saying the right thing, it's about listening for the right cues. When you actively listen, you'll pick up on things the other person is passionate about, and you can use that to steer the conversation into more meaningful territory. A great way to show you're really listening is to give small, encouraging feedback as they speak, nodding, smiling, or saying things like, "That's interesting," or "I hadn't thought of it that way." These small gestures show you're engaged and make the other person feel valued. Remember, people don't remember every word you say, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest challenge you face when it comes to small talk? Is it starting the conversation, keeping it going, or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments, and maybe we can tackle those challenges together. While it's great to listen and ask questions, there will be moments when the conversation lulls, and that's totally normal. This is where having a few go-to topics in your back pocket comes in handy. Think of these as your conversation safety nets, topics you can pull out when things start to feel stale. You don't need to memorize anything complex, just have a few light, engaging topics ready. Let's say the conversation is running out of steam. You could say, "Have you seen any interesting documentaries lately?" Or, "I've been reading this book on leadership. Have you read anything inspiring recently?" These kinds of questions keep the conversation moving forward and create an opportunity for the other person to share something they're interested in. One often overlooked aspect of small talk is body language. How you present yourself physically can be just as important as what you say. When you're at a networking event, aim to keep your body language open and inviting. This means uncrossing your arms, making eye contact, and occasionally nodding as the other person speaks. Closed-off body language can send the wrong signal, making it seem like you're not interested, even if you are. Did you know that over 55% of communication is non-verbal? That means your body language is doing more talking than your words. Make sure it's saying the right things by keeping it open and friendly. Networking events can be overwhelming, and sometimes it feels like you need to talk to as many people as possible to make the most of it. But the truth is, quality trumps quantity every time. It's far more valuable to have a meaningful conversation with a few people than to exchange quick, forgettable pleasantries with dozens. So don't worry about covering the whole room. Focus on truly connecting with the people you do talk to. Imagine you're at a networking event for an industry conference. Instead of rushing to introduce yourself to everyone, you could spend 15 to 20 minutes having a deep conversation with one or two people. This makes a much stronger impression than a 5-minute chat with 10 people. Networking is about building relationships, not just collecting business cards. Tip 7. Know when and how to exit gracefully. Finally, let's talk about the exit strategy. We've all been there. Conversations don't last forever, and it's important to know how to end them on a positive note. The goal is to leave the person with a good impression while keeping the door open for future communication. One of the best ways to do this is to summarize the conversation and suggest a follow-up. Try something like, "It's been great chatting with you about topic. I'd love to stay in touch. Do you mind if we connect on LinkedIn?" This leaves the conversation on a high note, shows you valued the interaction, and keeps the connection going beyond the event. Final motivation. So there you have it. 7 powerful tips to master the art of small talk at networking events. Whether you're an introvert who prefers deep conversations or an extrovert who thrives in social settings, these techniques will help you approach small talk with confidence and purpose. Remember, it's not just about making conversation, it's about creating connections that can lead to new opportunities, collaborations, and friendships. If you found these tips helpful, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. And if you want more practical advice on self-development and professional growth, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see how you crush it at your next networking event.